Hey guys, Kev here, and I have something a little different for you. So, this company reached out to me, King Joy, and they make kitchen knives. And I don't know, I just, for some reason, was intrigued on this one. I get emails like this a lot. Different products, kitchen knives, fixed blades, stuff that isn't even related to EDC, all types of stuff. And, for the most part, I just say no or I ignore it completely. But sometimes something will catch my eye and I will investigate further and see where it takes me. Well, in this case, I did, and they offered to send me a set of their kitchen knives to check out. Now, I want to start this with a caveat. I'm not really a cook. I don't cook all that much. I was mostly thinking maybe my wife would really enjoy these. I know that's like a stereotype and maybe I'm a dick, but she does the cooking, right? And I was like, I really wanted to get some kitchen knives so that I could, start cooking a little bit or helping, which never turns into me doing that. So for the most part, the use was done by my wife on this. Now, she's not going to come in here and do a review. But I got some feedback from her, and I did use them a little bit, so I have some feedback myself, and yeah. So I wanted to just talk about these, and let's get into it. So this is the King Joy set, and it comes in this nice wooden box. It shows up in a very nice package. I really appreciate good packaging, good showmanship when it comes to stuff like that. It opens up like this, and you have 3 knives in here. It says, "Hi, here we go." And then there's a certificate of authenticity. I am not going to read all that, but you can pause, read if you want. And there's 3 knives in here. Now, these have been used, well used. We've had these for over a month, maybe 2. I've actually taken way too long to make this video, and I apologize to King Joy, sorry. I don't know why I said for that. I usually try to do things in a timely manner, but life got away from me on this one, and again, I'm not the biggest kitchen guy, so I wanted to kind of let it sit, let me use them a little bit, see how my wife likes them over time. And so I think the feedback is good. I just wish I had done it a little bit faster. Just real quick to show you the website, which I'll obviously link down below. I do not have an affiliate link. I'm pretty sure I don't. They may have offered one, but I don't have one. Maybe I will for the video, but I don't know. This is their Dynasty knife set, and when I checked this, when I got the knives, I was like, how much are these? Because I didn't really look that much into it when I said, yeah, sure, send them. And I was like, damn, they're $360. That's how much they were when I looked it up. Now, they're on sale for $179, which to me is like, okay, now we're talking, right? Now we're talking. We get this nice wooden box. We get 3 decent knives, right? The steel is not crazy, and that's why I think this price is really good. $180 makes a lot more sense on this for me. So hopefully this deal will still be there when this video goes up. But you also have some kind of Amazon gift card thing going on, depending on how much you spend. Now, first things first, the steel is 5CR15 MOV high carbon stainless steel. And when I saw that, I said, oof, 5CR. I mean, 8CR is like trash on pocket knives, right? We used to see 8CR all the time till D2 took over. And luckily, we haven't seen it again because it's horrible. But in my research, talking to some chef folks that I know, local chef folks that I know, 5CR15 MOV is essentially the Chinese equivalent to the carbon steels you see in every other cutlery, right? When you see a Henkel's or a, what's the one I can't think of? When you see one of their knives and it says, high carbon steel, it's basically the Chinese equivalent of that. So that, put my my concerns at ease a little bit. If it's on par with what we're seeing from other top brand, companies that make chef's knives, then I think that's fine, right? It's not going to be a top of the line steel, and I'm not trying to sit here and say it is, but I don't think it's as bad as 5CR makes it come off. At least if you're in the knife world, right? You kind of have that stigma with the CRs. Maybe the 15 MOVs somehow help versus the CRs. I don't know. But it's not going to hold an edge for a super long time. But they've actually held up really well. I mean, we've had them for a couple months, at least a solid month. They've been used quite a bit. You'll see that when I take them out of here. And they're still pretty sharp. I tested them before this video. I cut some stuff just to see how they still felt. And they all felt pretty good. This one felt like it was starting to need some, honing or something, because this is the one she's used the most. So we have a 7-inch Nikiri knife. So that's what this is. A Nikiri knife, and again, I'm not an expert on chef's knives or anything. A Nikiri knife is sort of a brother to the Santoku knife, as I understand it. It's more of a cleavery blade than a Santoku, but definitely good for your kind of chopping tasks and stuff like that. Obviously not something you want a tip for, but an interesting one. My wife did tell me this was her least favorite of the bunch because it was very heavy to her. Now, to me, this is not heavy at all. But that's, a female's perspective on it, and I think that's important to note. It is big, being at 7 inches, and having a little bit of weight to it, I guess, at the front there, it could feel a little heavy to a woman. So maybe a 5-inch, they have a ton of offerings. You can check their website. Maybe a 5-inch would be better if you're looking for a female. It's very common on kitchen knives, but this corner right here is extremely sharp, so you just got to be careful. I always like it when that's kind of doled off. But, so we have a 7-inch Nikiri. Then we have an 8-inch chef's knife. So she did say she really liked this. Still got some water on there. Like I said, I was cutting with them, and then I cleaned them for the video. And this is them being cleaned, right? So we're talking that high-carbon steel. So you're going to get patina. My wife is not a knife nerd. She's not cutting the apples and everything and then she's not grabbing her knife shield, right, and throwing that on there. She's wiping it down, she's hitting it with Dawn or whatever, and then she's throwing it on the drying rack, and then it's going up on the magnet strip, right? We have a magnet strip along the wall. And so you're going to have these patina kind of marks, water marks, stuff like that. I'm sure I could probably clean up most of it anyway, but just wanted to point that out. But yeah, the edge on this still feels like it has a decent bite to it. I mean, it's gripping my finger a little bit. I might grab some paper to show you, but I don't know how well these are going to cut paper at this point. But that is a 8-inch chef's knife, and I actually think it's a great size for a chef's knife. It is on the larger side, but you're going to be doing a lot of chopping or dicing, that kind of stuff. I think this size is good. The ergonomics on these are fantastic, by the way. These handles are very well designed. And then we have a 5-inch utility knife. And like I said, my wife said this was her favorite one, and I can see why. It's very lightweight, but it's got a long enough blade on it. It's 5 inches and a nice handle. A lot of times you get a short handle, I feel like, with these kind of pairing utility knives. And I hate that because I have a large glove size hand, which is by far not a huge hand or anything. But I usually end up cramping onto these kind of knives. This one has a good length to the handle and the blade, right? This one still has some bite too. So here you can see it says Kingjoy. It's got some machining striations there. And very lightweight. These are Paca wood handles. So you have a full tang construction. I'm not sure if we talk like that in the kitchen world, but I think it's the same as fixed blades, right? Full tang, and then Paca wood handles around that steel. And then the box is ash wood box, and then there you go, ergonomic alpaca wood handle. Hand finished 13 to 15 degree double bevel edge. So that's pretty cool. You're getting 13 to 15 degree, which is good for a kitchen knife. 15 degrees is pretty much what you would sharpen a kitchen knife to, as I understand it. And 13 would be even better, right? You're going to get a very slim apex, which is going to help you slice and cut and do stuff like that. Now, maybe on this big boy, you would want something a little bit thicker, and maybe that's why they have that range, right? But they mention ergonomics, and man, they really do a good job on that. It's well thought out. Like if you look at the handle here, it swells, right? So here at the front, it's thinner. Here in the middle, it's thinner, and then it gets wider at the top. And you get a really sick pinch grip, like right here. And then in the hand, when you choke up all the way, you also get a really nice grip right here. And it keeps you in that position. That's one of the problems I always have with kitchen knives with the rounded handles. You know, you're doing whatever, and then the knife starts to kind of slip on you. But with this, it's squared here, so it really locks that in, which is nice on that paring knife. And the same thing translates to the chef's knife. And again, you get plenty of handle here, and you can grip it however you like. But obviously, you know, pinch grips and all that good stuff. Again, I am not your expert, so please take me at literally face value on this. I just want to see what they say. I'm assuming they're made in China. They're made to last and perform. High carbon stainless 5CR with a steel hardness of 58 plus or minus 2. So it could be 60, it could be 56, but I think 58 on a kitchen knife makes sense. You're going to be hitting bone and shit occasionally, harder stuff. You want it to keep that toughness. They're sharper than other knives and retain their sharpness twice as long thanks to precision edge technology. I cannot talk on that, so I'm not going to pretend. Fully forged construction. There you go. Nice balance. I'll agree. They have good balance. Vegetable master. I think they're talking about the Nikiri there. Yeah. Effortlessly chopping vegetables. I will agree on that. I cut up some peppers and cucumbers today with it to test it out some more. And man, it really is just a pleasure to just slice and chop with. Yeah, and then obviously you guys know what a utility blade is like. They have a lifetime guarantee and a 90-day return policy. Oh, it is Oh King Joy. Okay, so there you go. I'm a dumbass. Sorry. But yeah, lifetime warranty, 90-day returns, extended service. Yeah, they seem like a very solid company, and I've been really happy with the communication and all of that stuff. Let me grab some paper, see what we can do here. Now again, I want to emphasize these knives have been used for a month or two. They have not been on a sharpening rod, a stone, a strop, nothing, right? They've literally just been used. So I doubt that they're going to do very well on paper, but I want to just attempt it. Oh, shit. Okay. So there you go. Okay. Nice. Let's try the chef's knife, because my wife literally said this was great on bone. Or chopping up chicken, she said. Maybe she just meant chicken. She didn't mean bone. But, okay. Look at that. So we still have a really good edge on there. After a month and a half, let's call it. This one has been through the worst of it. Still feel good, I mean. Yeah, this one you can hear it a little more. Right, you can hear it tearing a little more. So this one definitely, you know, could use a strop or a hone or whatever they call it on a kitchen knife. But they're all cutting paper to, I would say, a satisfactory degree. And that's impressive to me, honestly. For 5CR, right? So I think you just have to remove the 8CR mentality from your mind, I think. But yeah, guys, 180 bucks. I think this is a great product for 180 bucks. I got to say, again, I am not a kitchen knife expert, so you need to understand that when you watch this video. But I do have, or we have, Wüsthof is the brand I meant. We have a couple of really nice Wüsthof knives, like German-made ones. We have 2 custom kitchen knives that I had made for my wife. We have like a Civivi kitchen knife and a Vosted kitchen knife. And I think there's some other stuff. But we have a good assortment of what I would call quality kitchen cutlery. Like, those are knives that are going to last a long time, have good steel, right? I mean, a couple of the customs are in Nitro V, right? I think one was in S35. And I've had to get those sharpened. I've had to, but I will admit it's usually once a year or once every 6 months I have to deal with something like that. So, it's only been a couple months, but I'm still impressed, right? If you would have told me 5CR, I would have said they'll last 5 minutes, right? It's kind of what I expected, but she's been using these for a while. And like I said, I use them some as well. And yeah, they feel great in the hand. Again, they have good balance. They cut well. And I just think they did a good job with the grinds, with the edge bevels, with the sharpening from factory, like all those little things that amount to a solid performing knife, regardless of the steel or the handle or the design, right? Those little things that make a knife, that they did very well here, I think. So there you go. That's the O King Joy cutlery set, kitchen knife set. I will link what I can down below. Check them out if you're interested. They might still have this sale going on. I think you're going to be hard-pressed to find a set of, cutlery kitchen knives, this kind of set for 180 bucks from other brands. I mean, I think I paid over 100 just for the Wüsthof one knife, the Santoku, which she did say, I do want to put this out there, she did say she likes this one, she loves this one, this one's her favorite, but she still prefers her Wüsthof, I think it's a 7-inch Santoku knife, over everything. So she didn't fall in love to the point where one of these became her favorite knife, but these are going right back downstairs in the kitchen, and she will continue to use these. So that's a good sign, right? So let me know your thoughts down below. I appreciate you guys checking this out. I want to thank O King Joy for hitting me up, sending me this set. They did send me this, obviously. This will be staying here. Normally, I give away a lot of stuff, pass it around, but this is a little different, being a kitchen knife set. But yeah, there it is. I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I'll catch you later. Peace.